Three, two, one. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Razor from RazorTube coming at you today with another Rust Console Edition video. And this one's going to be about what's next for the Rust Console Edition. Updates, roadmap, patches, and that's all for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, and all the OG consoles out there. And we're going to talk about what's next for the beautiful Rust Console. And then today, I am here with our boy, Jay Monkey.
Hey.
And
You want some of this?
is a little weird sometimes. Oh my goodness. Hey. So, today we're talking about the Rust Console Edition and what's next. And those items are going to be Power Surge, Cars, and Oil Rig. How do we know they're next? It's because of the roadmap that Double 11 discussed early on in the year, and when they said they're going to release Power Surge eventually. We haven't seen it yet on official servers or testing branch, but that is electricity. Why is that important for us? To get rid of OP turrets, to introduce electricity to the Rust Console, and to make trap bases. That's what that's for. And what is Jay doing? What are you doing?
I'm just waiting for you to say cars.
Then, okay, so recently we actually got some news about cars.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's me.
Yep. Oh my gosh,
this the right one?
This is a day.
Not this one, but this one.
This video, dude. What is this guy?
You don't like the beater, man?
Oh,
the beater's
dude,
the best.
that was the grocery getter for sure. Okay,
That's the
so
best.
with the introduction of Power Surge, we know with electricity we're going to get something after. Now, it probably will be later on next year. We don't know what time. But when we get electricity, we get cars. The reason why is because that controls the vehicle lift.
Yeah,
And
we can't basically, like you're saying, we basically cannot have cars unless electricity exists.
Yep.
So it's not, like Razor said, it's not coming anytime.
It's not
this
coming
year, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be probably end of first quarter next year, or even mid-year of 2022. But the reason why we know this is because a man named Hustle World, and on his console he got in the the testing branch, a glitch to happen within the.
I think it was main.
Was it
It
main?
was just like an error. Yeah, it was just like an error message they got where the screen popped up where it shouldn't. It's more or less a template page.
Which
and
is
anyway, that's
awesome
done.
because
Yeah.
when he got this error message to appear, this right here appeared on his screen. It said armored passenger vehicle, which theoretically
Weird.
is.
Here, I got you.
Yeah, you
Keep
do.
going.
You do you. He got it to appear, and it basically said there's a vehicle in the game in the inventory. So it's kind of like a modular vehicle. So, basic.
this?
Yep. So
Take a look.
in the back.
Hi.
So he got the modular portion of this to pop up in his inventory, which is great. That's what we know. Okay. Now, we got two items out of the way. We got Power Surge, which is electricity, which Double 11 has explicitly released, statements saying that they're going to release that soon. We don't know when. There's no ETA for that or vehicles. And then there is the oil rig. Now, I know the oil rig is a very near and dear to my heart because that's how I farm tier 3 items, right? But here's what I got. Now, this was dug up on Discord and given it to us by a certain somebody. Shout out to you. You know who you are. And somebody asked the question, Pedro, when do you think we will be getting oil rig? And Pedro, which is the community manager of Double 11, said no ETA, but it's being worked on. Now, Jade will elaborate a little bit on the vending machine, and then we'll go into our little talk about oil rig and go.
Okay, so there's a lot of things that come in with Mr. Oil Rig here, right? So if you're playing on Rust Console Edition,
I love this
you'll
guy.
notice if you've ever made a vending machine shop and you've gone through the entire list, what that represents is the current list of items in the game. Now, some of those items can be disabled to us, but that whole list represents the active list that's on your current version. That's on your client. I was gonna say client, but you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So if you come over here,
This guy.
you,
Bag of
you
tricks.
can you can see that both the grenade launcher and its shells. This actually came from the Rust Console Edition. You can see the little beep boop on top there, the left thumbstick.
Yep.
These show up in the vending machine currently, even on the is that Teddy Ruxpin outside?
Oh my gosh.
Jeez,
Yogi.
dude, he sounds
Yogi.
Jeez, get him out of here. So like, the grenade launcher shows up still, even to this day. So even when we get the update, I'm pretty sure this is still in there. Even with the current version, with the testing branch, with the live branch, as this is going on, this is still actively in there. So what this tells me is, I mean, also with Pedro's message, is that they're 100% working on this. And dare I say, this was probably pretty close to coming in when it first came out, but they had to make sure performance was there, so they probably had to cut it. And also, you saw them cutting the other monuments too, just to make sure things were stable. Because remember, they have to maintain current core consoles, the pros, and also the next gens. But the next gens obviously aren't that big a deal because they have so much horsepower. So I think some of these were cut initially, and again, we're speculating here, but the fact that this is still actively in there, and we've seen that Pedro says, hey, we're working on it, I'm
It's
like,
awesome.
that's close, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that message was on November 18th, I believe. So that was very, very recent. Now, if you look at Rust Console's history and the optimization changes they've made, all the way since 1.07, they've actually been making a ton of optimization changes within the Rust Console Edition in order to get it functioning properly. Now, that means with monuments, anything that they're introducing to the game, and it's been quite awesome. I mean, they got power plant inside of the testing branch right now, and that seems to be glitch-free and nothing's going wrong with it. So hopefully we see the introduction to this awesome monument because of all the clues that they've kind of sprinkled along the way.
Oh, real quick, sorry.
ahead.
I forgot to throw this in here before we go too much further. By the way, the reason why the grenade launcher is so important is the grenade launcher and all those pieces came in when Oil Rig came in on PC. They kind of go hand in hand.
Yep.
Heavy scientists can use them. You can use them against the heavy scientists. That's why saying this grenade launcher basically is a preview into the fact that Oil Rig, whether it's small or large or both, could very well be coming into the game. Okay,
Now,
sorry, go ahead.
Now, the order of these three items that we're talking about is not determined at all. But the way I'm seeing it and the way it should go is Power Surge, maybe Cars after that, and then Oil Rig. But it's quite possible they could introduce Power Surge and then Oil Rig because so many people are asking about Oil Rig. Now, with the introduction of 3K maps, though, you have to think, the bigger the maps they make, we need some transportation, like some minis or horses. So you have to really think about it in terms, in the retrospective, what Double 11 is putting out at the times they're putting it out. So those are the items that are going to be next for the Rust Console Edition. Hopefully you found this useful. When they each come out, I will be doing an extensive video on each Cars, Power Surge, and Oil Rig. You might even see them sooner rather than later, so you can get prepared for them when they do release. But, oh my gosh, this guy. I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you drop that sub and like, and I will see you in the next video. Here he comes. He's going to mess this up.
Yeah, I don't know if I can land in there.
Yeah, he's really good. Oh my goodness, I can't